Good morning to you and happy Sunday. A lot to talk about here on the forecast front. We're going to start with, of course, our weather impact alert. We are on day 5 of 5 for excessive heat, right? Dangerous heat. We've been seeing this the last several days in the upper 90s, close to the 100-degree mark, and even hitting the 100-degree mark on Thursday. Today is still going to be hot, but I will say it's likely not going to be quite as hot as the last couple of days. Our weather impact alert continues today for that heat and also storm chance into the afternoon and evening too. Some of these pop-up storms so could pack a punch with some damaging winds like yesterday's with those storms in Stokes County and also in Surrey County as well as Rockingham that made their way through later on in the afternoon too. Limit that time outdoors if you can. It's still going to be hot. Keep an eye on the radar as well later on in the afternoon if you do have outdoor plans. Again, not as hot as the last couple of days. Highs yesterday for July 4th. Yeah, we cracked 98, the old record. Tied it at least. That was set back in 1970. Very, very hot July 4th. And surrounding counties, look at this, 100 over in Burlington and in Winston-Salem, 102 in Reedsville, 103 in Danville, 101 over in Lexington. Let's go outside right now. It is currently 10:01, about to be 10:02, and we are currently sitting in the lower 80s. Look at how beautiful Burlington is this morning. Lots of blue skies, but you notice the dew point. Yep. It's muggy, it's soupy in the lower 70s. That's making it feel like we are in the mid to upper 80s. A look at our current radar. We're nice and dry. Don't expect it to stay that way for everybody, though, as we step into the afternoon. We had several showers and thunderstorms for northernmost counties just last night. So I want to zoom in and see what kind of a storm reports we had. This was actually over in Mount Airy from that severe thunderstorm just yesterday. So I'm going to get some information for you here. Looks like there was a little bit of hail, and that hail was quarter-size hail near Mount Airy. That was estimated to at around 22:30. So pretty late, actually, that we saw that hail. White Plains, there was a tree down also with a blocking a lane near an intersection of Cadle Fork Road and Old Highway 6012, and another wind damage report as well, where around a dozen tree down reports were listed in the Mount Airy area. And that's just from one severe thunderstorm that popped up and got very strong very quickly. That can happen with some of these storms, so keep that in mind for this afternoon and evening. Keep an eye on the radar if you're planning on spending time outdoors, and of course, stay cool. We're currently in the low to mid 80s already. Again, we're in for a hot one. I don't think it's going to be quite as hot, but it's still going to be dangerous heat for the day today, considering it's a holiday weekend too. 83 over in Greensboro, currently 84 in Winston-Salem and in Reedsville. We're right now feeling like that little number next to it in the Navy that's a little bit smaller, in the mid to upper 80s, thanks to, of course, our soupy dew points right now. Lots of moisture in the atmosphere. We're currently in the 70s. Yeah, making it feel a lot hotter for the afternoon. So likely in the low to mid 90s. Notice even on here there's some rain and storm chances that will inevitably cool some folks off. Not everybody, and not a guarantee that it's going to be over your neighborhood, although I wish I could guarantee you that. I know a lot of people have been begging for some rain for their gardens and for their lawns. So here we are, the Futurecast of what the radar could look like stepping into this afternoon. So by the time we head to around 2 or 3 o'clock, that's when we could see some pop-up storms, again, some of which could even be on the stronger side, especially during the peak time of the day of heating of around 3 or 4 p.m. So that's something to keep in mind. There is going to be more widespread rain chances, I would say, by the time we step into Monday and Tuesday. Cold front's going to be dragging in low pressure alongside it, and that's what's going to be upping our rain chances for both Monday and into Tuesday, and the afternoons and evenings especially. Day 1 risk for severe weather for us here at home. It is on the lower end, level 1 out of 5. What does that mean? That means we could see isolated strong or even a severe storm or two, similar to where we were yesterday. Maybe a couple of reports of down tree or two from some of these winds and some of these thunderstorms too, but not widespread impacts. Again, most people didn't see anything yesterday from any showers or thunderstorms, but any storms that do form can pack a punch in a short amount of time. And here are those rain chances. Again, today, very isolated in nature, but by the time we step into Monday and into Tuesday, those storm chances are starting to become a little bit more widespread. So we're currently in the 80s across the area. We're actually not in a heat advisory today. So, hey, baby steps. We're slowly making our way back toward more summer-like conditions, more typical summer-like conditions in the upper 80s and lower 90s. This heat advisory is actually east of our area, just east, so we're kind of right on the cusp with those feels like temperatures over toward Raleigh, Benson, Durham, Sanford, and even over toward the coastline up to around 105 degrees. That's their 8 p.m. tonight for dangerous heat. For us, it's still going to be hot. I'm not going to underplay that. Low to mid 90s across the area, but it will likely be hotter over to our east. Forecast highs into Monday, still lower 90s with those pop-up showers. Again, I think they'll be more widespread, which is why it'll be a little bit cooler. Feels like temperatures still in the upper 90s for this afternoon. High pressure is more going to keep us dry, but it's going to be bringing in a little bit more moisture for this afternoon. Also still continuing to bring in some heat by Monday and Tuesday, but this big system you can see starting to build in, that big L low pressure is going to drag in some more potential for showers and thunderstorms by Monday and into Tuesday. Here we are this afternoon. Again, pop-up showers and storms going to be possible, so keep an eye on the radar, any outdoor plans. More widespread as we step into the day on Monday. And we'll be seeing more opportunities of that stepping into next week, too. So by Monday and into Tuesday, I really do think we're going to be in a little bit more of a summertime-like pattern. Just typical summertime. Upper 80s, lower 90s, plus some afternoon and evening pop-up storms at that too. Now, when I show you this, this isn't, of course, Bible. This isn't written. This is by no means, again, is set in stone. This is just a forecast by the Weather Prediction Center of what the next 7 days could look like rainfall total-wise, between half an inch, maybe up to an inch, with higher amounts, of course, and locally heavier storms. I'm hopeful that we will see more and more rain potential over the next bit, at least over the next few weeks, as we have been obviously in dire need of some rainfall. So as we step into your 7-day forecast, you'll know, well, there's going to be some changes, right? We're going to be seeing those temperatures start to go down. Today's our last day of that weather impact alert. It is 98. That is the record to beat. I don't think we're going to get close to it. I think this is our first day in 3 days that we don't match or beat a record, which will be nice. Starting to cool off just slightly. It's still going to be hot. I will say that. Typical summertime, upper 80s and lower 90s into the new work week. Better rain chances into both Monday and Tuesday. Some scattered storms each afternoon, primarily all the way through the weekend, and also stepping into